guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now, and all you have to do is put in ZWGames5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. What's up YouTube, Dan here for Z4 Games, and if you haven't seen already, where have you been? The ban list has dropped! So, as you can imagine, I rushed straight home, and after Carl kindly did the ban list video, there was only one deck profile that I wanted to bring you guys as soon as I possibly can, and that was Dino's. Now, Dino's have this beautiful boy back at 3, and that is Miscellaneous Saurus. Incredibly powerful card, very, very good in the deck. And what tops it off is I've gone for an OTK turbo build of this deck. Very, very consistently. I do have another engine in the side that you can use to help increase your chances to OTK, or go for a more stun-based variant, and I'll show you that towards the end. I'm going to make this video short, sweet and simple so I can get it up as quickly as I possibly can for you guys. If you have any questions, put them in the comments down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. So we're going to zoom out a little bit and we're going to show you what we've got. Of course, triple Miscellaneous Saurus, welcome back. Welcome back Miscellaneous Saurus, incredibly powerful card, protects your dinos during the main phase, gets you a dino in the graveyard, as well as being able to banish itself for a Dracalia, which then helps you go into Chambara, which can of course push you further towards that OTK potential. Triple Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, of course your boss monster of the deck, probably one of the best boss monsters in the game in my personal opinion. Then of course triple Soul Eating Oviraptor. If you're able to combo this off of Miscellaneous Saurus, then go into Oviraptor, you haven't got to worry about Ash, Ogre or anything like that. They are completely protected. Double Overtext. Now some people play one of this. The reason I play two of this is, to be honest, in this version, because we're going OTK, you could possibly play this at one. This is more for the stun variant, so if you were to activate double evolution pill and you don't want to go for conductor because you're going first, you go for a second overtext, it gives you a defensive play. Like I said, because we're going OTK, you can easily drop this down to 1 should you wish. It also gives you potential if you open up one of these as well, and that is where your power play comes from, is the pill, by dumping one of these guys. We've then got the one Giant Rex and the one Dracalia, both kind of negative bricks in your hand. Less so for Giant Rex because you can banish it off of Pill and then bring it back and extend your plays. More so for Dracalia, you want to be bringing it off of Miscellaneous to go into your Chambara. We've then got the one Armageddon Knight, acts as a 4th Soul Eating Oviraptor, or technically like a 5th Foolish Barrel to get Overtext to the grave. Triple Ash Blossom and double Ogre. Your hand traps are more important in this deck than ever, purely because you do actually need to and want to use these during your first turn, so that when you have Pill, you can go into your OTK potential by banishing one of these. We've then got the one Dino Wrestler Prankotops. Because you are going second, if you open it up, it's a nice free summon and an out. In addition to that, it can be searched over Overtext. If your opponent's got 3 monsters, you normal summon Overtext, use the effect, search this guy out, special summon him. You've got 2 dinos on board, or of course you've got a nice little pop and go. Then it is the OTK potential, so we've got 3 Kaijus, Combosyu, Gameciel and Dogoran. Again, purely because if your opponent has any troublesome monsters, you get rid of them, put a Kaiju on board, and then you've got game with your Ultimate Conductor. Not to mention the spicy tech that we have in the side deck, Utopia Double, which we'll explain as we go through it. So that's it for the monster lineup. Like I said, the only thing you could possibly change monster-wise in this to make it a more OTK heavy potential is drop the Overtext down, and then the only other thing that you could possibly put in would be baby Cerasauruses, just so you've got additional pop fodder. So should you get an Ultimate Conductor, you can pop the baby, flip everything face down, and then extend your plays further forward that way. Onto the spells, triple Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Now the good thing about this, if you do have Baby Cerasauruses in the deck, is you could, worst case scenario, normal summon the Baby Cerasauruses, Interrupted Kaiju Slumber it, get rid of it, bring out a Kaiju to your opponent's side of the field or your side of the field, and then you get a summon off of the Baby Cerasauruses as well. Triple Double Evo Pill, incredibly powerful when it goes off. You do not want to get it ashed, which is why we play triple Call by the Grave, just because it is that important that your pill goes through, it wins you your game. Triple Fossil Dig, again, searches you out any kind of piece in your puzzle, your Miscellaneous, or of course your Overtext as well. And then we've got some one-offs, the Rhoda for your Armageddon Knight, Foolish Barrel to send Overtext, Miscellaneous, or even Giant Rex if you want to, the one Monster Reborn, and then the spicy tech of Double or Nothing, going for the OTK push. Now I'll quickly show you a couple of other cards that you can put in if you have them to extend your plays even further. Of course, we've got the Baby Cerasauruses, you've got Lost World, which can be a very, very nice, powerful going first or second card if you wish. On top of that, we've then got your Pot of Extravagance as well. This can be very, very useful because the dinos do not rely on their extra deck. The only things in their extra deck that they really, really want to kind of push their place forward for the OTK is Shambara or Utopia Double. So that is the only gamble you're going to be making if you play Extravagance. Moving on to the extra deck, we'll go with the XYZs first. And what you've got to keep in mind is I don't actually play anything above a link 3 because you don't need to, in the sense that it's very rare that you'll have flood of monsters on board, and 9 times out of 10 when you do, you're going into your XYZ plays to clear the board or cause your opponent's issues or negations, or you're going into your Shambara for the game. So, of course, we've got your Super Dreadnought, Rail, Cannon, Gustav Max. It just gives you an ability to win in time. If you get called in time during the main phase, if you have the ability to get 2 Ultimate Conductors out, you can burn for game. We've then got the Super Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Juggernaut Ibli. It gives you another way of going into the OTK. Now, chances are when you've got 2 conductors on board, you've pretty much got game anyway. But if you don't, you can go into Gustav Max and then go into Lebel to finish the game off. One Abyss Dweller, not a necessity, but it's still a very, very good card, which can combo off nicely with Tornado Dragon, considering with the Pendulum matchup now that the BANLIST has come down. The best thing about Conductor is if you can get it on board and get its effects resolved, you can clear out your entire opponent's front row, and then of course you're going to be doing a huge amount of damage to them. Rank 4s, continuing on, you've got the 1 Lagia and the 1 Dulka, quite straightforward and simple on that one as well. We've then got the 1 Exton Knight to kind of reset the board state should you need it. And then of course Utopia and Utopia Double for that, a massive OTK push. Now I double checked it just to make sure with Double or Nothing and this card, it's not that these can only attack. So the best thing is you can go with this, do a huge amount of damage as long as you're not attacking directly. And that's where the Kaijus come into play. So you give your opponent the Gamma Seal, you beat over the Gamma Seal for 78, and as long as you've got any other Dino on board that can do that extra 200 damage, you've got the game in one fell swoop. And of course if you can't convert that, what you can do is you can go into your Synchros, which you've got the 1 Trishula for a defensive play and the 1 High Speedway Shambara. And of course Trishula can come out if you want. I just really, really like the card, and it works quite nicely in Dino should you want to go for a more defensive play. Rip one from your opponent's hand, grave and field should you need to. And then finishing off the Link monsters, we've got 1 Lanphalinkus, could be Underclock Taker if you want, Nightmare Sphinx to deal with any troublesome back row, Nightmare Cerberus to deal with any annoying special summon monster, and the 1 Nightmare Unicorn. Now, if you wanted to, you could go even further into the deck and go into your Borosauls and Boroloads, but like I said, it's very rare that you're going to be flooding the board with huge amounts of monsters. You're pretty much going to, your standard play to get your OTK is 3 monsters, and that's either going to be 2 level 4s to go into Utopia Double, or of course it's going to be the level 4 and the Drac Alio to go into your Shambara with your Ultimate Conductor for your OTK push. So that is it. Quite straightforward, simple, very fast and to the point. The best thing about this deck is, apart from the double evolution pill, which is about 8 to 10 quid, the whole main deck is actually very, very budget, and can cause your opponent a hell of a lot of issues. They might go up in price a little bit now, more so than not because of the recent ban list. And the most expensive thing in the extra deck is Unicorn, and Unicorn, of course, will be going down in price once we get the reprint in BLLR. But as it stands right now, even though it is close to budget, it is not an official budget deck, but it can be done on a dime if you've already got all the Dino stuff as well. And then, like I said, if you want to add a bit more consistency or a bit more power into the deck, you go with your Pot of Extravagance, and then you can go in with your Lost World and your Baby Cerasauruses as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. I hope you enjoyed this video. I did try and get it out as quickly as I possibly can. And as you can see, I had it sitting there waiting, ready to go. All I've had to do is take 2 cards out, which would have been my route to Lost World or my Baby Cerasauruses to go in for my 2 miscellaneouses, just to make this OTK push potential as high as possible. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, guys, as always, happy dueling. What's up, YouTube? Dan here with YUGIOH. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well. And don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019, we're going to have more deck profiles, duels, and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always guys, happy dueling.